Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we're doing something just a little bit different. We're going to curate your absolute ultimate guide to a totally picturesque, culture-filled weekend getaway. If you love travel, if you're always on the hunt for those hidden gems, and if you just love incredible live performances, well, you are definitely in the right place. So let me just start by asking you this. Are you looking for the perfect summer getaway? I mean, just close your eyes for a second. Imagine a trip that blends this deep, ancient English history with absolutely vibrant, world-class music from all across the globe. We're talking about a place where you can spend your morning exploring ruins, and then by evening, you're tapping your feet to some jazz-infused samba. Sounds pretty amazing, right? Well, you don't have to just imagine it, because we are going to discover the historic magic of the Dorset coast together today. We're heading straight to the stunning West Dorset region in England to build your perfect July weekend itinerary, and it's all going to be centered around a truly, truly unique cultural event. Okay, let's dive right into this itinerary. First, welcome to Abbotsbury. 2, the Tree of Strings. 3, a global musical palette. 4, music in ancient spaces. And finally, 5, your perfect festival weekend. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1. Welcome to Abbotsbury. So picture this, a place nestled right among rolling chalk hills just a mile inland from the English Channel. It's quiet, it's incredibly atmospheric, and it is just steeped in centuries of history. And when I say quiet, I literally mean it. Check this out. The population is an incredibly intimate 451 people. That's it. We're talking about a deeply historic village. It's kind of like stepping into a time machine, making it the absolute perfect escape from the daily grind. But, despite its tiny size, Abbotsbury is an absolute honeypot for curious travelers. Just look at everything packed into this tiny footprint. It's actually a gateway to the famous Jurassic Coast. Plus, you've got a 600-year-old swanery right there on the Fleet Lagoon, which, fun fact, was originally set up by monks for food, but now it's this vital wildlife sanctuary. Then you've got these stunning 18th century subtropical gardens just bursting with exotic plants. You can walk along the massive natural barrier of Chesil Beach, and the village itself, it's basically one long street of beautiful stone houses and 16th century thatched cottages. I mean, it's a total sensory delight before you even hear a single note of music. Moving right along to Section 2, the Tree of Strings. So the whole anchor for our weekend getaway is actually a brand new music festival. But this isn't just about putting on a fancy show. It's a charitable project with a much deeper mission. As co-founder Eleanor Shields puts it, Tree of Strings is about connection between artists and communities, between professional excellence and accessible experiences. It's curated by the internationally renowned cellist Adrian Brendel, who's the artistic director, and it's really designed to breathe fresh life into rural music. The goal is to make top-tier performances super accessible for everyone, all while nurturing that next generation of musical talent. So, you're definitely going to want to mark your calendars for this. The festival runs from July 3rd to July 5th, 2026, and the really crucial takeaway here is that this is not your standard stuffy concert series where you just sit in rows and politely golf clap. No way. It's designed for total musical immersion, packing 15 distinct events into just a single weekend. You are literally going to be surrounded by music the entire time. Which brings us to Section 3, a global musical palette. Now, what's really interesting here is where the energy totally ramps up. We're taking this incredibly quiet, ancient village and injecting it with this beautiful friction. On one hand, you've got classical masterpieces. We're talking Schubert, Mendelssohn's Octet, Beethoven's pioneering cello sonata. But then, on the exact same weekend, you're hit with these dynamic, borderless genres like Brazilian samba, tango nuevo, and get this, even overtone singing. It's just a total wonderful collision of musical worlds. And the roster of artists bringing this all to life, it's just as diverse. You've got established stars like the preeminent pianist Joanna McGregor sharing the bill with Adriano Adewale, who's this acclaimed Brazilian percussionist famous for his exploratory approach to rhythm. Then you have dynamic young talents like the award-winning Elmore Quartet. Plus, there's Tim Laycock, a really well-known local musician and Wessex folk historian bringing that authentic regional flavor. Oh, and Gareth Lube, a world-famous overtone singer. It's just this brilliant, seamless blend of classical, jazz, and folk expertise. Okay, let's head into Section 4, Music and Ancient Spaces. So the venues themselves are honestly just as much a part of the experience as the performers. They are spectacular. Your main stage concerts are held in the Tithe Barn. Built around 1400, guys, this is actually the world's largest thatched barn. Just try to picture rhythmic, jazz-infused samba echoing off these massive 600-year-old stone walls. It's wild. Then you have St. Catherine's Chapel, a 14th century pilgrimage chapel perched high up on a hill overlooking the sea, which hosts these really intimate acoustic encounters. And St. Nicholas's Church, the Jacobean pulpit inside still bears actual bullet holes from a clash way back in 1644 during the English Civil War. You're literally sitting inside of history to listen to this music. And that leads us perfectly into Section 5, your perfect festival weekend. So we've got the setting, we know the music, we've seen the venues. Let's see how this all builds into your ultimate weekend travel itinerary. Here is a beautifully curated flow for your trip. You arrive Friday evening, drop your bags, and head straight to the Tithe Barn for a fiery set of Tango Nuevo and jazz-infused samba from Argentina and Brazil. Then, Saturday afternoon, instead of just sitting back and watching, you actually roll up your sleeves for a hands-on audience samba drumming workshop with the festival's educators. And to cap it off, Sunday morning, you take this crisp, beautiful walk up the hill for a spontaneous early morning string trio performance inside that breathtaking St. Catherine's Chapel. Talk about the absolute perfect balance of high energy and tranquil reflection. Now, to actually make this happen, here are 3 super practical steps straight from the festival organizers themselves. Step 1, secure a discounted single or 3-day pass so you get access to all the main paid concerts. Just keep in mind, you will need to book those free workshops separately because, capacity is limited. Step 2, pack smart. Seriously, bring an extra layer because a barn from the 1400s can definitely get a bit chilly in the evening. And absolutely, positively, bring comfortable walking shoes for that trek up to the Hilltop Chapel. Step 3, when you're traveling down there, make sure you drive the B3157 Coast Road. It is famous for these incredible sweeping, scenic views of the Jurassic Coast, and honestly, it's just the best way to kick off your getaway. And I think all of this just brilliantly illustrates why this itinerary is so special. It isn't just a trip. It's this whole experience that really feeds the soul by combining world-class art with just a stunning natural landscape. So, my final question for you today is, will we see you in Abbotsbury this July? I absolutely recommend checking out the Tree of Strings for a weekend you for sure won't soon forget. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy travels.